The small Fresno County community of Calwa is getting a big investment, $7 million for infrastructure improvements.
Action News anchor Brittany Jacob joins us now to explain how this historic funding will be put to use. Brittany?
Margo Warren, with that funding, county leaders will be able to add sidewalks, crosswalks, and repair roadways throughout the unincorporated areas of Calwa, giving residents the opportunity to get around more safely and efficiently. Buckling sidewalks and rocky roads have been the norm for residents of Calwa, but not for much longer. Unincorporated areas are receiving federal and county funds for street and sidewalk improvements.
Some of these areas don't have sidewalks, so you have kids walking to school on the closest side of the street, closest to the houses, because there's no sidewalk.
Melena Alvarez is a community organizer with Friends of Calwa. She's been advocating for this community, hoping for a better quality of living for all of Calwa residents. Calwa is divided between city and county, and it's one of the least healthy communities in the state. Officials say 92% of Californians live in healthier living conditions than the residents of Calwa.
I feel like the change within a community like this, where everyone's so familiar with each other, deserves to have a change where it's a healthy community for not only the elders here, but also those generations that are growing up within this community.
Adding these 3 miles of streets and sidewalks in the community is going to make this a much better place to live.
Fresno County Supervisor Quintero grew up in Calwa and still has family there. He tells me he is grateful they got such a large sum at once because it will make it easier to plan for the improvements.
It's a big shot in the arm for this community. It's been underserved for so long, and it's in the lower percentile of income levels.
The Federal Highway Infrastructure Program will provide $4 million of funding. $2.7 million will come from the Active Transportation Program, and $300,000 comes from the county's Measure C allocation.
When you see investments in neighborhoods that have been neglected, people believe, well, maybe we haven't been forgotten. Maybe that dream is still there for us and for our children.
Now, the construction is expected to begin in the summer of 2025, and meanwhile, county leaders are working to get more funding for Calwa to clean up streets and alleys and add lighting. Margo Warren.